Hey, docs. When I was a kid in middle school, one of the things people used to tease me about was the fact that I was a fatty chubster. And also that I really like Nintendo. These group of teenagers that just discovered a weed and would play Call of Cuties after 7 p.m. would constantly harass me about the fact that I had a Wii U and that I liked Mario. I really liked Mario. I actually remember typing up a 10-page essay and giving it to them detailing why the Wii U was better than the PS3 and Xbox 360 and why the 3DS wasn't a garbage baby system. Their comments made me feel sad. Like, really sad. I had wasted my time trying to defend my interest when they couldn't really care less about it in the long run. I imagine many Nintendo fans have probably had a similar experience when they were a kid, maybe, especially in the age of marketable hardcore gamers with that stigma where people are so insecure about how cool they appear. From my experience, these kids who bullied me for liking a game company were just as insecure as I was, with trying to prove how grown up they could feel by playing GTA or COD, but this is something most seem to grow out of as they mature and expand their horizons, not caring what other people really think. And on the other hand, I don't think many people who say this are actually serious. Most people just do it to get a rise out of people, which is what those teenagers did to me in middle school. If we want to take those edgy tweens seriously, we can look at how Nintendo marketed their games in the past and the present. In the Wii U's era, kids were heavily emphasized in commercials, with them begging to be given the Wii U from their presumably hard-working parents that just want to, well, not. Children are often featured in most Nintendo advertisements, and if not them, it's young adults. The Switch reveal trailer, in fact, emphasized these folks above the rest. Everyone was a 20-something yuppie. You almost never see elderly couples playing the Switch together in a commercial because I don't think they care too much.
Anecdotal evidence alert!
When I showed my grandma the console, she didn't hide the fact that she hated it. She literally said,
"Oh, another stupid thing to distract you from your life, idiot stupid."
with the last comments referring to me. She's something. Plus, if you're a kid or teenager, you probably don't want to play something associated with old people like Mahjong, Mao, or I don't know, dying? Anyways, Nintendo does indeed want their products to sell to kids. They are what Nintendo has built their entire brand off of. After the fall of the Soviet Union, video game industry in 1983, Nintendo were the ones to pick up the slack and create a great marketing campaign that targeted children to get their Nintendo Entertainment System on the map and to be a huge financial success. Many adults might remember Christmas morning as a kid, opening that NES and being so happy. Like that was the best moment in your life. My age is showing, but this is what happened to me when I opened a GameCube on Christmas as a child. I begged my mom to go to church so I could thank Jesus personally. There's nothing like the Nintendo holiday spirit. That's a flippin' rush. Nintendo is a primarily family-friendly brand, and they don't want to tarnish this reputation, which is why I think they're careful about the mature games they publish and develop. Ultimately, I think this has worked out for Nintendo in the long run, as they can always count on those fans they produced in the 90s and the new kids that get Switches today. Nintendo was always marketed to kids, and denying that would ignore decades of marketing and history. However, that's not the whole story. Nintendo is for kids, yes, but more importantly, Nintendo is for everyone, old, young, dead, and somewhere in the middle. The Switch, as an example, appeals to adults who like the portability and Nintendo exclusive games. You can play it while you commute to your terrible, awful 9 to 5 as kids scream memes on the bus and quote vines. It distracts you from that little hellscape. Also, the Switch appeals to kids with titles like Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Breath of the Wild, and ARMS that are all family-friendly fun experiences. Every age group can find some enjoyment in each title because that's how they were produced. While a kid might not get very far in something like Breath of of the Wild, they probably would just have fun running around and having a good time. Who says you need to make progress in a huge sandbox to find some meaning? Nintendo builds their games with a philosophy of fun that everyone can enjoy if they put time into learning the mechanics. This is where Nintendo's business strategy lies. It relies on the versatility of its demographic and how wide it is. Of course, this doesn't always work. Cough cough, why the Wii U failed YouTube video 3056. But they tried to cater to more committed people who play video games and to more casual people who play video games. To both ends of the gamer spectrum. Saying Nintendo is for kids is true because Nintendo is all-inclusive with its console and the amount of various games you can play on it. They rely on all demographics for their success, which, yes, does include kids, surprisingly, but who cares? I don't like how the fact that Nintendo's games are for kids is something people have to take to the keyboards and dispute. I don't like how this fact is seen as so negative and grating. You say Nintendo is for kids in a non-confrontational way to a person who plays Nintendo games, and they might be taken aback quite a bit. That doesn't change the fact that Nintendo markets to such a wide range of age groups, including kids, and maybe you. I mean, I don't know you personally, I don't know if you like Nintendo. So what if you like something that's labeled as a kid's game? I like Wizard 101, Webkinz, GTA, and Lego Star Wars, so what? Are you gonna tell me I'm a loser for it? I don't care. I really don't care. Trust me, I'm over it. Please accept me. Those tweens that say garbage like that are just dumb and probably really insecure about themselves. So why even accept anything they say? This fact of Nintendo producing its content for all ages shouldn't detract from the general quality of their games and how fun they are to play. Just because kids play games like Smash Bros, Pikmin 3, Super Mario 3D World, or anything in between, that shouldn't affect how you view the games or how much enjoyment you can have in them. Think of your favorite game. Chances are a kid has played it. Are you going to stop enjoying your favorite game because of somebody else who has played it? Point is, Nintendo games are fun, and that's all that matters, not if the games are made for adults, children, or whatever. Don't let some edgy person in real life or on the internet ruin your time by making you feel bad for liking a Nintendo game. Wait, don't I do that? Just in different ways? Oh god. Okay, well, anyways, I think that if there was some moral here, it would be just to like whatever you want to like and not to feel obliged to justify those likes to other people. I don't know why I paused after saying other like it's some gigantic statement. Thank you for telling me things I know, Haedox. I know this is a bit meta, but in general, don't give a frick what people think of you. And don't ever spend time and energy on those people. Do your own thing. There are caveats to this broad life advice, as with anything. Like, I'm not saying to be an arse, right? Be a boob instead. Haedox 2017. 18. I don't remember when I wrote this. In the end, it doesn't matter. What matters is if you had fun doing it, and if Nintendo games give you that sense of satisfaction, then more power to you. Nintendo games are for kids, but that's not a bad thing. It doesn't matter. Show the emoji of the clapping hands. If it nets Nintendo more money to be all-inclusive like that, then it's better for all of us. As the Sony president says, the industry prospers when Nintendo does financially well. So go and enjoy yourself a Nintendo game today if you want. You deserve it. Well, things got a little real on today's episode. But this is just something I think is worth discussing when I see people getting upset that people belittle them for liking kiddie games. Like I said before, these aren't kiddie games, and they aren't adult games, they're just games. Ratings do exist, but as you might know, E for everyone means everyone, from birth until death. And honestly, it's not like ratings mean much anyways, since you can easily lie about your age online to bypass this, and parents will buy their kids pretty much anything they want. I did this when I was 14 and I had a really high-pitched voice. However, that's a topic for another day. We'll dive right into the ESRB in due time, believe me. As always though, if you disagree with what I said, please let me know in the comments below. Interested to hear your thoughts on this one. That did not sound genuine at all. I'd like to take a moment to thank my patrons, and if you want to support what I do, toss me $1 on Patreon. It's up to you. You don't have to. Am I a sellout? Sellout docs. There we go. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and take care. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.